What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. I want to share with you something, if you would allow me. Something that I totally I had in my garage, and I'm getting ready to move into Arizona within the year, and so I'm cleaning out the garage and doing a bunch of stuff, and I have this box. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It's this right here. As you can see what it says. It says American Soldier, Defender of Freedom, right? That's what this box says right here. The only way to get this box is to go to combat, right? And combat I went to. So my combat time, a lot of you know, was served in Afghanistan, right? So when I came back, one of the things that I was awarded, and with all my heart, I absolutely love this, was this box right here. And I want to show you what's in it, because the only way you'd ever see one is if you went to combat and you came back and your general handed one to you. And that's what happened. Is my general handed this to me, shook my hand, and gave me another paper and all that kind of stuff. And this is pretty special. This is pretty special. So I'm going to show you guys. So I know a lot of you support the hashtag 22 movements and all that, and so I figure, with all the people out there who support military, guys like me, I figure maybe it would be cool for you to see something that you normally wouldn't be able to see, and get an understanding of some of the things that we get when we come back. I was given a couple of accommodations before leaving Afghanistan, and a paper when I came back, another thing. So I received some medals and was coined by 2 different generals and different things. But this one kind of stands out. So without further ado, allow me to show you what's in this box. So you open it up, and the first thing you see is a paper on a piece of styrofoam, right? You remove that paper, and then there's something else on top of the styrofoam. So it's like a whole thing, right? And this I will read to you real quick. Maybe not the whole thing. I got a little dust on the back. It's been sitting in the garage. So 26th Yankee Brigade, that's who I traveled with. It says Certificate of Wartime Service to me, in recognition of patriotic service to the 26th Yankee Brigade and our nation in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, Afghanistan. When asked to serve, you answered the call. Your selfless service and sacrifice follow in the footsteps of the many generations of heroic men and women who also answered when called upon to protect and defend their flag and their freedom it represents. Let all who bear witness know you have served with fortitude and honor. And it says, first to fight. It's signed by my command sergeant major and my general, right? It's really cool. I'm going to end up taking this apart and put it in frames and doing different things once I get fully settled. But as for now, it's just in here. This one right here, American Soldier, Defender of Freedom. Let's open this and see what's in here. I haven't looked in this in a long time. Got a little red spider. Okay, so it's a civilian in peace, soldier of war. It's called I Am the Guard. This is something that you could actually look up, I'm pretty sure, if you wanted to see what that says. There's a whole lot of words in there. Let's see, I'll just read the first paragraph. I was with Washington in the dim forest, fought the wily warrior, and watched the dark night bow into the morning. At Concord's Bridge, I fired the fateful shot heard round the world. I bled on Bunker Hill, and my footsteps marked, and da-da-da-da. It's actually really cool. It's something really cool to read if you have the time to read it. I'm obviously not gonna do that now. Half of you guys might be bored to death. But it says American Soldier, Defender of Freedom, and then that's what comes in here. It's another award. It's signed by the Chief Warrant Officer, 9th Command Sergeant Major, and the Lieutenant GS. So it's really cool. Since the birth of this great nation, blah, 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 blah. distinguished and cardinal defender of freedom and liberty. And it basically says, dude, thanks for being awesome. But so you have these two right here. And again, I do need to put it in a frame, I know. So I'm going to take out this styrofoam deal and put those over there. And then there's this little piece of plastic that protects it. But I'm going to show you, move one of the pieces of hair on there. I'm going to show you what comes in here. So this is my folded flag from serving in Afghanistan. There's also another, it says American Soldier, Defender of Freedom. And then there's two boxes. I 100% honestly have no idea what's in these boxes because I forgot. I don't know if I took anything out of them or what. But as far as the flag is concerned, there is a plaque on it. It says, this flag presented to a true American hero in recognition to your service and sacrifice in the cause of freedom. Your service will never be forgotten from grateful people of this nation. It says American Soldier on it. I think that's really cool. So getting presented something like that, it's just awesome, man. It's just really cool. So I want to pull out the three things that are in here because I have no idea if there's still anything in there. Yes, there is something in here. Oh, this is, okay, it had these two pins in it that look like this. And they go on my dress uniform, and they are on there now. Defender of Freedom and the National Guard trim. The National Guard, a lot of people don't know, the National Guard makes up, Army National Guard anyway, makes up more than 50% of all fighting force overseas. So you think about it, you have the Air Force, the Army, the Marines, the Coast Guard, you know, the Navy. You have all these forces. Then you have the Air Guard and different reservists all around. But the Army National Guard puts out more than 50% of the fighting force. That means all those other militaries together make up less of what just the Army National Guard makes up when it comes to fighting force. People say, oh, yeah, they're citizen soldiers and blah, 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 weekend warriors. The weekend warriors fight more than anybody else. Let that sink into your head. A lot of people don't know that. All right, so this little guy right here, let's see if there's anything in here, or if it's anything I would know. Oh, yes. So this is the Army National Guard honors your service to America, and it's a coin. And if anybody, I'm not going to give you all the history of coins in the military, but this is a really nice one. And if anybody knows military coins and what they're for, you would know what that is. So that is a wartime combat served coin. You don't get that unless you've served in combat. All right, so this, let's see if there's anything in here, because I still don't know. Well, this one, oh yeah, okay, now I remember. Okay, so it says, we will not waver, we will not tire, we will not falter, and we will not fail. Peace and freedom will prevail. That was a George Bush quote, and with his quote comes a pin and a medal. It's just pretty sweet, man. It's pretty sweet to be recognized and seen, you know, when you come home. And people talk all the time about, oh, you know, these guys come home and they get crapped on, this and that. I got home and I received this, you know, and I think that was, I think that's a pretty cool way to come home. You know, we had we got off the plane, and let's see, we landed in New Jersey coming back from Afghanistan, and we did our demobilization there. And after Jersey, we went straight back to Massachusetts. And as we pulled up on buses, the Massachusetts State Police were there and gave us a full from the airplanes to the barracks all the way back to our unit. They gave us a full police presence. We got there, and then all the families are there on the drill shed floor, and it was really cool. You know, a bunch of music played, and then speeches were made, and this and that. But it's just nice. It's nice to know that you can sign your name on a dotted line saying I am willing to die for my country, and that's what I said. I wasn't sent to Afghanistan. My unit that I was in originally, the 126th, we weren't going. We weren't going to Afghanistan. They had no plans in going anywhere, as a matter of fact. So we had our sergeant major comes in, our first sergeant, and he comes in with orders to report whatever, and he says, all right, listen, this unit, the 26th, is going out to Afghanistan. They are looking for volunteers to fill some spots. And then they give you, say, okay, we're looking for this many, 88 mics, this many 92 Golfs, this many, whatever. And they start asking, and they give you what in between what rank, if between E1 and E4 for this, between E5 and E7 for this. And they do different things. And for the most part, most people don't raise their hands, right? They just kind of do. I think out of our entire unit, I think 4 raised their hands to go. I was one of the 4 to volunteer, but only 3, I think, because 1 couldn't go. Only 3 of us made it. As soon as I volunteered, they sent me straight down to the Carolinas to go to MRAP school, and that's what I ended up doing in Afghanistan. Is I was called mission team, and I was driving MRAPs, which is basically tanks on tires. Awesome, freaking love them. And I was the only driver not to have an accident. Yeah, baby. But after over 300 missions in Afghanistan, to come home and have somebody say, hey man, thank you, especially your general, who, while I was there, already I had some good things happen with the general. I got coined twice by 2 different generals, but my general came and coined me once. Then he came back to pin some medals on my chest. I actually put photos up, I think, on my Facebook or whatever a long time ago. But it was really cool, man. I got the joint service accommodation and a whole bunch of other stuff, and it was just it was a good trip, just a good trip out. So that's it. Anyways, just wanted to share this with you. This is one of those moments from me to you type thing. But that's it. That's who D-Bat is. Anyway, that's the end of this one. I am Donnie B all day. Till next video.